Oh, S&K. You know, I once knew you for your amazing fighting games and arcade classics. And now you're known for, well, not a whole lot, really. Are you even still around? What are you even doing? A relatively unknown arcade game they did make, though, was Twinkle Star Sprites. It's abundantly clear that this game is a super cutesy, bright and colorful game with a prominent anime style. And while this style honestly does appeal to me, I get it is polarizing. And if appearance alone is making you want to click out of this video already, don't. Seriously, you'd be missing out on an insanely addictive and intense game, and it's one of my favorite shoot 'em ups of all time. This game is an incredibly unique take on the genre. At first glance, it may look like a split-screen shoot-'em-up game where two players go about your business, but SNK managed to make one of the most creative and competitive tug-of-wars that I've ever played. It's a little complicated, so let me try to give you a breakdown on how everything works. A very important feature to this game is the combo system. By destroying enemies, and especially by making combos, you can attack your opponent indirectly, creating a situation where you're thinking more about how to combo kill enemies rather than indiscriminately destroying everything. For example, here we have enemies flying in your field for you to attack. When enemies die, they explode, which can kill any other enemies that get caught up in the explosion, causing a chain reaction. This starts a combo. Once you finish a combo from killing enemies, fireballs are flung at the enemy player's screen. And of course the player can do the same to you. It doesn't stop there though. When these fireballs are coming at you, you can shoot them to send them back to your opponent's side. Not only can you shoot the fireball directly, but getting the fireball caught up into those explosions will also send them back as well. This creates a really interesting game of chicken, where sometimes it's worth trying to shoot the fireballs, sometimes it's trying to create combos to get them caught up in, and sometimes it's better just to dodge them so you don't die. Once a fireball is sent back and forth enough times, or it's caught up in a strong enough combo, it'll turn into a special attack that's based off of your character. These special attacks can't be destroyed by shooting them, and they tend to attack from a strange angle or have odd patterns. So this is one of the best ways you can attack your opponent. If you get an insane combo, you could even spawn a boss on your opponent's side, which is also based off of what character you're playing. One other way you can attack your opponent is by using your power meter, which slowly fills up as you kill enemies. By holding down your fire button, you can charge a shot. Releasing it at 1 simply shoots a charged attack, which helps you clear enemies on your screen, but releasing it at 2 sends over your character's special attacks to your enemy, and doing this with a max meter sends over a boss. Using the meter can be somewhat risky though, as you can't shoot while you're charging the shot. It's best to use it strategically and find the most opportune time to use it against your opponent. The whole goal of the game is just to find the best ways to overwhelm your opponent while not dying yourself. It really does sound simple, but it just becomes a fun, chaotic mess. There's such a huge emphasis on comboing and sending over attacks to your opponent. In fact, to defeat your opponent, it has to be from an attack you sent over. Regular monsters that are just flying across the screen will only stun them momentarily, and won't actually kill them. It really does require quick reflexes, but kinda puts you in the mindset that you're playing a puzzle game. How do I combo into the fireballs he just sent over? Do I kill these enemies now, or do I try to combo them into more? You'll be asking yourself questions that show how complex this simple little concept is. And you won't be able to keep your eyes off of your opponent trying to figure out the best time to attack him next and how you're going to defend yourself. Characters aren't just for decoration either. They'll all send over different special attacks, different bosses, and they even fire differently and move at different speeds. It just adds that little bit more of depth that makes this game so fun and interesting. And that's all there is to it. This game was originally an arcade game, so it really is all about the gameplay. There's somewhat of a story there, but it's honestly pretty incomprehensible and worth ignoring. I'm sure this is apparent at this point, but it's really the multiplayer that makes this game shine. This game is a decent single-player experience, but you could only play against an AI for so long. Now with a buddy, I could play this forever. And with the Steam version, which is a port of the arcade version, you could even play online. It's just kind of a shame that they didn't go with the more feature-rich Sega Saturn version. Really though, I just love the crap out of this game, and I don't understand why I don't see more games trying to use this formula. The only other times I've ever seen this game style even attempted has been in a couple of the Toho games. And most people in the West just know these as that bullet hell game or don't know them at all. Why does this game seem to go so largely unnoticed? If you have a buddy to play with and you're even remotely into shoot 'em ups or competitive games, I couldn't recommend this game enough to anyone and everyone. It was never released in the West physically, and while you can import it, you're going to be paying quite a bit to get that Sega Saturn or Dreamcast copy. I can really only recommend hunting down a physical copy for serious collectors. For everyone else though, it has a Steam release at $8, and it's definitely a game you can expect to go on sale now and again. So if a good summer sale rolls around, you have no excuse not to get this. This game's so cute! A hardcore game for hardcore gamers.